Welcome to this exploration of the life and art of Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio, a revolutionary figure in the world of art. Known for his dramatic use of light and shadow, Caravaggio's legacy as one of the most influential Baroque painters endures to this day. But who was the man behind these captivating works? Let's uncover the life, controversies, and masterpieces of the man who transformed the art world. Early life and background. Caravaggio was born in 1571 in Milan, Italy. His early years were shaped by tragedy. Orphaned at a young age after both his parents died of the plague, he moved to Rome as a young man to pursue a career in art. There, he studied under the guidance of various artists, but it was his boldness and innovative techniques that set him apart from his peers. Caravaggio's paintings were unlike anything the world had seen before. He moved away from the idealized, ethereal beauty of the Renaissance to focus on raw, emotional realism, drawing heavily on the use of natural light and stark contrasts to convey drama and intensity. His revolutionary technique was known as chiaroscuro, a bold interplay of light and dark that would forever change the landscape of Western art. Caravaggio's artistic style and chiaroscuro. At the heart of Caravaggio's art was his mastery of chiaroscuro, an Italian term meaning light-dark. This technique involves the strategic use of light and shadow to create a dramatic contrast in the composition of a painting. Caravaggio employed this method to add depth, volume, and emotional impact to his subjects. His works were often lit by a single, intense light source, casting deep shadows that heightened the realism and intensity of the scenes. In Caravaggio's paintings, light isn't just a tool to illuminate, it's an active participant in the narrative. His use of light drew the viewer's focus to particular details, such as the expression on a subject's face or the delicate folds of clothing. The shadows, in contrast, often surrounded the figure, emphasizing their humanity and imperfection. Caravaggio's understanding of light was so advanced that he could create the illusion of three-dimensionality on a flat canvas, making his subjects appear to jump out of the painting and into the viewer's space. This technique made his figures feel alive, breathing with the weight of emotion, action, and drama. Famous paintings and iconic works. Let's explore some of Caravaggio's most iconic works, each demonstrating his mastery of light and shadow. 1. The Calling of Saint Matthew. This masterpiece depicts the moment when Christ calls upon Matthew, the tax collector, to join his disciples. Notice how the light shines dramatically on Matthew, who is seated at a table, while the rest of the room is engulfed in shadow. The stark contrast between the light illuminating the figures and the darkness around them enhances the moment's emotional gravity. The sharp beam of light highlights the transformation of Matthew's life in that instant. 2. Judith beheading Holofernes. In this intense and violent painting, Caravaggio captures the biblical story of Judith decapitating the Assyrian general Holofernes. The use of light is bold and brutal, with the bright illumination focusing on Judith's face and the act of violence, while shadows dominate the background, creating a sense of tension and unease. The play of light and shadow enhances the visceral, unsettling nature of the scene. 3. The Supper at Emmaus. This piece depicts the moment after Christ's resurrection when he reveals himself to two of his disciples at dinner. The light here is used to reveal the wonder and realization in the disciples' faces, while the surrounding darkness emphasizes their awe and confusion. The intensity of the light seems to elevate the divine nature of Christ, while the surrounding shadows ground the moment in a very human, tangible experience. 4. The Entombment of Christ. In this painting, Caravaggio's use of light captures the solemnity of Christ's burial. The light shines on the figures' faces and hands, emphasizing their grief and the physicality of the scene, while the rest of the composition fades into shadow. The use of light here feels like a spotlight on the emotional weight of the moment, casting the figures in a somber, yet intimate light. 5. Saint Jerome writing. In Saint Jerome writing, the saint is illuminated by a single, soft light source, which highlights his concentration and the physical details of his hands, face, and surroundings. The darkness surrounding him amplifies the sense of solitude and focus, making the viewer feel as though they are intruding on a quiet, personal moment. 6. The Taking of Christ. This dramatic painting depicts the moment of Christ's arrest in the Garden of Gethsemane. Caravaggio's use of light emphasizes the chaotic energy of the moment. The figures are bathed in light, especially Judas and Christ, whose faces are bathed in a striking glow. The shadows loom ominously around the action, adding to the sense of betrayal and impending doom. Caravaggio's influence and legacy. Caravaggio's work was not just about technique but also about emotional truth. His paintings had a profound influence on the development of Baroque art and beyond. His bold realism inspired countless artists of his time and after, including Rembrandt, Vermeer, and even the later Impressionists. Artists began to embrace the realism and drama that Caravaggio had mastered, using light and shadow to create more emotionally resonant works. However, Caravaggio's life was as tumultuous as his paintings. Known for his fiery temper, he was involved in numerous violent altercations, leading to several arrests. His reputation as a rebel, both in his art and personal life, earned him the admiration of some and the scorn of others. But through it all, his work remained a testament to his genius. Caravaggio's legacy is one of transformation. His use of chiaroscuro revolutionized the way light and shadow were perceived in art, allowing artists to push beyond the visual to evoke deep emotion. His ability to depict real people in real, often raw moments made his art accessible and intensely relatable. Conclusion: Caravaggio's life was as intense and dramatic as the paintings he created. From his struggles with the law to his revolutionary artistic innovations, his legacy endures as a master of light, shadow, and raw emotion. His art continues to inspire, challenge, and captivate, ensuring his place as one of the greatest artists in history. Thank you for joining us in this journey through the life and art of Michelangelo Merisi da Caravaggio, the master of light and shadow.